Hi guys, it's Mark Zickery, Mr. Sci-Fi, also known as Mark Zickery of Space Command, and I'm wearing my Living the Dream t-shirt. And if my voice sounds a little raw, it's because I'm getting over a cold that I caught on my travels through New York and London. And but I'm fine. I'm feeling fine. Writing all sorts of stuff for Space Command and on and on and on. The radio play script is finished. Wrote that on the flight back from London. So we're going to be recording that with our stars and our cast very, very soon. It's the same story as the graphic novel that we're doing, so it's a prequel. It sets up all the characters, and we're building sets and creatures, and just scoped out a space that we'll be renting, I think, for our studio to build the sets and shoot and keep going. We plan to shoot the entire season and beyond, and and you guys are welcome to come visit the set. We'll talk about that very soon. But right now, what I want to do is I want to answer some questions that my Mr. Sci-Fi friends and Space Command friends have been asking about the Space Command shares. And this isn't a solicitation. It's not an advertisement. I just wanted to give you guys some information. And then if you want to contact me at markzickery@gmail.com or call me at 323-363-1259, that's great. That's great. That's fine. And we can talk. And obviously, my subscribers are friends, and I see you at conventions, and I talk to you on the street here and in London and so forth. And in Minnesota, we're going to be there for the Catalyst Television Festival screening the first hour of the pilot in about 2 weeks. So if you're in Minnesota, Duluth, come visit us. But beyond that, in terms of financing Space Command, we're pitching it. There's going to be a lot of executives at that festival. If it sells, terrific. We're in the black. But my plan is to shoot it, and then eventually the networks and VOD platforms and all those guys will get it and they'll buy the show. But I don't want that to stop us. So we finance two ways, basically. Through crowdfunding, Kickstarter campaigns. We've had 4 so far. They've all been successful. They've gotten us to this point. And through selling investment shares of $7,500 each. And we've raised a fair amount of money that way. We still have a number of shares to sell. If we sell around 20 more shares, we'll be able to shoot in January. It's that simple. And so I want to just explain how it works. It's actually very simple. There's $7,500 each. You can buy 1 or more. Obviously, 2 is $15,000, 4 is $30,000, and so forth. So if you want to buy 20 shares of Space Command, we can stop the conversation. And but basically, the way it works is you contact me. I send you the information about the shares, which is all done up in a legal document. Then you simply sign a 1-page subscription agreement, send it to me along with a check, or do a deposit directly into the Space Command account. None of the money goes into my personal account at all. And then we utilize it. So for instance, right now I can't rent the new studio space, the warehouse, until I get 10 grand, because it's going to be $5 grand a month. So once I get 10 grand, I can rent that, and we can continue building our sets and all of that, and have our team under one roof, and that'll speed the plow. And all of it goes toward building sets, building creatures, acquiring things that we need to make Space Command work, flying our cast here as we need to, or like with Ethan McDowell, when I shot the Nichelle Nichols scene, we're going to be releasing very, very soon. And so that's sort of how. So basically, once the show sells, I get royalties as a producer. That's my producer's net profits. Once you remove, whatever monies are taken out for accounting or all that stuff. But it's transparent. It's not like the studios where it's designed to screw you. It's the money I get. We split up into the pieces that go to me and the cast, and the other half goes to the investors on the first 4 episodes of Space Command. So if we sell 25 more shares, we roll camera in January. We finish the 2 hours of the second 2-hour episode. So all 4 episodes are shot, which means that everything the investors are investing in, that what they get profits from, is safe and secure and done, except for post-production, which is the easy part. Because once you shoot, once everything is shot, then it just becomes logistics to finish. But until you shoot, there's always the chance something won't exist. So many of our Space Command investors, are investing because they love Space Command. They want to see it come to fruition. It's obviously, if you want to invest, buy real estate or whatever, stocks. But this is from the heart. It's if you share the vision that I'm creating, the vision that says we can create a future worth living in. I love having people come aboard. Fans encourage me. Fans help me. People become part of my team, and this is another way to do it. So essentially, the first dollar that comes in for my profits, initially it's a 70-30 split, 70% for the investors, 30% for me and some of my stars, and and then once you reach 120% of your investment, then it goes to a 50-50 split, for a 5-year period. And that's pretty much it. And so I send you the agreement. I send you the legal document that explains it all. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You sign a one-page document. You then mail me a check or deposit the money directly into the account, and off we go. And and if you buy 2 shares, we're going to name a day of shooting after you. And so, for instance, let's say your name is Lenny Hochtile, for instance, just pulling a name out of a hat. Lenny Hochtile, let's say he buys 2 shares. Well, then it becomes day 1 of the shoot is Lenny Hochtile Day, and Lenny will get a Space Command director's chair with his name on it. He'll also get to have lunch with our cast on that shooting day and with me. He'll get to have it on the credits that day 1 is Lenny Hochtile Day. It'll be on the credits. He'll be credited. He'll also get to get an award, a Space Command award, saying he's a hero of Space Command. And so so if you buy 2 shares, you get 1 day of the shoot. If you buy 4 shares, you get 2 days, and so forth. If you buy the entire shoot, then the entire shoot is dedicated to you. I don't think we'll give more than 1 director. Well, maybe we would. Maybe it's, let's say you had a family and you wanted a dining room set of 4 chairs, and you bought 4 days worth of shooting. We'd do it. We would do that happily. So that's sort of how it works. So feel free to call me at 323-363-1259. Email me at markzickery@gmail.com. Again, I'm selling the shares to my friends. I don't, I've never been a businessman. I've been an artist, and I'm doing this from the heart. I'm not doing it to become a millionaire. That's not why I've been doing this from day 1. But I'm thrilled when I see the VFX shots, when I see the scenes, when I see the performances. It's such a thrill. So that's about it for now. And one last thing. So Elon Musk, as you know, is building his Starship, and to go to the moon and to Mars. And and he's going to be unveiling the new design tomorrow. He's building the thing, and I want to point out how much it looks like the ship from When Worlds Collide, the great George Pal movie of the 50s. And I never thought that there was going to be a spaceship that looked like this. And I'm thrilled. If Elon Musk ever comes out with a model kit of that ship, I will buy one and put it right next to this, and next to my the Hugo I made, and all of those things. And so great for Elon, because all the books I was reading by Heinlein when I was a kid, and Clark and Asimov, and there was always a crazy millionaire who was building a rocket to the moon or a rocket to Mars, but of course, as I grew up, it became NASA, and it was like governments building ships and so forth. So, thank you, Elon Musk, for fulfilling a dream I had as a kid. And when there's a model kit of this of Starship, of Elon Musk's Starship, I'll put it right next to this, into the Hugo I made that's on the shelf over there. And it'll be terrific. It's it's an amazing world we're living in, and there's some real heroes out there, and I consider Elon Musk one of them. And so that's about it for now. We'll be talking a lot more very soon about all the things we're doing with Space Command, all the things I'm doing with the Showrunners Network, and Subversive, the miniseries, and the new Twilight Zone Companion, which is out. Buy copies, and the Making of Space Command book I'm writing, and on and on and on. Tons of stuff to talk about. So we'll be in touch really soon. Behind me, you can see many of the wonderful things I've been picking up along the way in my travels. Lots of stuff to talk about. And I'll be doing more of my history of science fiction. So thanks a lot, guys, and we'll talk really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.